Good morning. Today we are going to run this thing up a little bit harder and just see how comfortable I feel with it. Last video I didn't have this box here to keep the heat off my insulation in the back. I've got to redo it, but for now it works. I tested it the other night, but it just keeps my insulation off, and it's pulling air, all the way around, keeping all this heat and just pushing it right back in. Trying to conserve some heat from getting out. Something else I did, I put this damper in there, just trying to keep the backdraft from, as much backdraft coming in from outside, cooling the barn off. But I forgot to open this, and it's got little holes in it, so it doesn't completely block it off. But anyway, yeah, if you do have one of those or install one, do not forget to open it, because it will still burn, but it will smell up your shop. So it is, I've got this thing, it's a little bit closer. 48 degrees, it's the one on the bottom. And then let's look at this other one. It's pretty close. That one's showing about 46 and some change. And I think it's 30, about 36 outside. I'll look that up. But we're gonna fire this thing up. This makes a mess. So it was a great idea. But when you got a gas and diesel mix, it's so thin. Pouring it out of a jug, it's difficult. So let me go get my torch. Please make sure this is cold before you ever put anything in it. Made that mistake once, and if you make it, you'll probably never make it again. Lights right off. We'll open up our drip feed. Also, I'll try to tell you how much we burn. You see where we're at now, about half a 5-gallon bucket. I want to get it slow to start out with. About as low as I can get it. We'll get a baseline there, and we'll go from there. It's been a few minutes, and let's see if my thermostat's picked up. Yep, fans are still on. Yep, let's shoot this temp here. Temp hasn't changed much. Keeping it pretty cool. Let's see what my temps are here. I believe it's steadied out. If I could hold this in the same position. It might be slowly rising, but yeah, it is. Let's see what we're working with in here. See the flame height now. I want to cut the fan off so you can see the difference. That's without the fan. It still put off some good heat. You can see how it's still pulling in air. That's with the fan. So I'm gonna turn it up a notch. That's a pretty good stream. It's not wide open, but we'll see what difference it makes. So our baseline now is, well, that doesn't count because we had the door open and changed a few things, but you remember what it was a while ago before we opened the door. That's the baseline. Now we turn it up some. We'll see what she does in a few minutes. In the meantime, I want to give you a little preview of the next project. This is a turbo off of a 2011 Chevy Cruze. Oh yeah. I drilled out holes. Oh gosh. Oh yeah. Here's our inlet to the turbo. On the cold side outlet. I bought the oil lines, the oil feed lines. That's the discharge line and that's the suction line. I had to bend them around a little bit to modify them, but it worked out good. Anyway, I'll give a more descriptive video on that one, more to come. Still got some work to do on that one. But another thing I noticed the other day when I forgot to open this flap, my diverter damper here was not doing that. Should have been an indication to me, but the smell was too. It took me about 30 minutes later I realized I didn't have that flapper open, but there's another indication something is wrong. Maybe you can see the difference in those streams. All right, we'll be back. Try to drive a little bit harder. All right, we're back. Still firing it at that rate. I believe she's cooking now. 509, 510. just smell a little oil. Might be too much. I'll have to look back at what time I started this thing up. It is cooking. This is probably not far off. It's a little bit hotter. Well, over here it hadn't heated up much. Hey, 2 degrees. Makes a difference. And that, not much at all. But I think I came out here at 7:30 or so. Almost 9 o'clock. I'm gonna back it down just because I can smell a little bit of oil. And that's not desirable to me. We'll let it go right there. And I'll give y'all the last shutdown for YouTube, as this project is just about over. So I forgot something. You know, we all know heat rises. Obviously not that much, but heat does rise. So let's get a temperature here, 50 degrees. And I'm gonna move this thing just so it's not kind of in that little shelf. I'm gonna move it right there to where any air from up top can flow down. And I'm going to turn this here fan on ever so slow. Thanks to big ass fans. This thing really does some work in the summertime. But for now, I don't want it spinning fast at all. I just want it enough to where I can feel easy, baby. Just the slightest breeze. Just to circulate the air. If there is any heat up there. I can't really feel it. I know it's moving it. Can't really feel it. Oh yeah. So we'll see what that does on our temperature gauge in a few minutes. I've got to shut down since we started. There's the new level. No, not a whole lot. Maybe a gallon or so. Alright, I've been in shutdown mode for probably 5 minutes. Maybe a little longer. I ran this thing a little hard a while ago, and I started smelling a little bit of oil. I said, yep, she's a little too rich. Temp here got like 560. So, and I had my valve all the way open, which still wasn't a whole lot, being this tubing's so small. You can see, I think it's 1/4 inch tube. No, that's like 1/8 inch tubing. But anyway, it's shutting down. I've got my switch turned off, so this should take care of my fans. I'm actually going to walk away from it and let it burn out. So that's pretty much the shutdown of it. Only thing left that I'm going to do is maybe rebuild this box back here. It's not the best, works, but anyway, that's it for the perfection. On to the next one. Thanks for watching.